Welcome back to our engineering graphics class. Today we're going to learn how to loft things. So we've got a drawing open. First thing we should always do is name it and save it. So I'm just going to call this one loft. We should check our settings as usual. Make sure they're what we want them to be. We're in inches, so we're ready to go. This drawing, we're going to do something a bit different than we've done so far. So instead of starting with a sketch, or we're still going to start by creating a new component. So we're going to name our new component loft. I don't know what else to call it, so we'll just call it loft for now. Our activate is unchecked, so we can, now we've got our loft, we'll activate our loft part, and we'll come over here to the construct menu, and we want an offset plane this time. We're going to put our offset plane on the XY plane as usual. We're not going to assign it any distance, we're just going to tell it okay, right where it's at. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be building up into 3D space instead of just flat. You'll see as we move through this, we're going to create a new sketch. We're going to put it on our plane here. And if we open this up, now we have sketches and planes. I want them all to match, so it'll be easier to figure out what's going on later. So I'm going to just call this one square one. Plane one is fine. So now that we've got it named, we're going to put a rectangle on it. So go get our rectangle tool. We're going to start at 0, 0. Our rectangle is going to be 4 inches by 4 inches, so 4-inch tab, 4-inch. Hit OK, and it automatically locked it down for us, so we're good for that one. Now we're going to repeat the process a few more times. So we're going to get us another offset plane. I'm going to shut off the originals just so I can see what I'm doing, and we're going to put it on the same plane. This time we're going to add a value of 0.5. So I'm going to tell it okay, and then I'm going to come over and get a sketch, put it on there. Again, I don't want to see my first one, so I'm going to shut it off. So now I can put my square in. This one's going to be 4 by 4 also. Oops. There we go. Tell it enter to accept. It automatically locked it down in the correct place. And real quickly, I'll show you what we're doing. So we're building things up in space as we go. It'll become more obvious what we're doing when we get to that point. So let me shut this back off, get my view oriented back the way I like it. I typically always going to draw from the top so I don't get confused. So that's 1 and 2. I need to name this one real quick before moving on. And now we can finish our sketch. And now we're ready to do that 2 more times. So come back to our construct, grab us an offset plane, put it on the XY plane. This one we're going to offset 1 inch, so not point anything. just one. Tell it OK. Come get another sketch, put it on that one, on that plane, and we're going to create another square. Corner at origin. This one's going to be 4, tab 4, just like the other two. Enter. Tell it to finish our sketch. We're going to shut it off so it doesn't get in our way. And we're going to do this one more time. Let me change the name of this while I'm thinking about it. So get out of that. Don't know why I'm still seeing it. I've got it turned off. So, Fusion's just being goofy on me. That's kind of typical some days. So we're just going to roll with it. Fusion wants to be difficult. So we're going to get us another offset plane. This one we're going to put up 1.5 inches. So 1.5. That's not what I wanted. So let's delete this one and try again. And at least our square went away. So let's try offset plane right there. 1.5. Okay. Then we can get our final square sketch. Put it on the XY. Put it on our plane 5 sketch. I guess it skipped 4 since we deleted that one. That's why I favor naming these things as we're going. So we need square 4, and the numbering is going to become important here in a few minutes. You'll see as we get there. So now we're gonna put one more rectangle or one more square here. This one's 4 again by 4. Tell it OK, and finish that sketch. So that finishes our square portions of our loft. Now we're gonna want to make some other parts. So this one's 1.5 inches up in the air. The next one I'm going to create, I'm going to start at 4.5. We'll get to that in a second. So we come to our construct again, get another offset plane, put it on our X. This time I want it to be 4.5 inches up in the air. Tell it OK. And for this one, we're going to want to see our square. So we come up. We're still drawing on plane 6 though. Notice we're not on anywhere else, but I just wanted to have a guide. So now we can come up to create, and we can grab our circle tool. I don't see a circle tool, so click on our plane. That's yeah, that's not what I wanted. So escape. Did I? Doesn't look like I've got a sketch for that one, so I guess I got ahead of myself. So we're going to put a sketch here, just like we did before. Select our plane. So this one is not going to be a square, but we still want to keep it in our numbering system. So we're going to call it Circle 5 because it's going to be the 5th object in our series. Now I can go get my circle tool, and I want it to be right at the center of our squares, and I'm going to also make this one 4 inches. Accept it. It didn't lock it down for us, so we gotta deal with that because we don't want this thing escaping while we're working on it. So we're gonna see if it'll let us dimension it to origin, and it allowed us to dimension it to origin, but it still didn't lock it for us. Let's see if it'll let us. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Escape. So let's see if it'll let us dimension it. That's not what I want. It already knows how big it is, so there we go. So now we've got this one locked. We can finish our sketch, and we're gonna do the same thing 3 more times. So get us an offset plane, put it on the XY. That one was 4.5, so this one's gonna be 5. Tell it OK. Come get a sketch, put it on our plane. This one's gonna be circle 6. And we can still use our circle as a guide instead of a square. It doesn't really matter. So we just got to make sure we get them in the same place. This one's going to be 4. Tell it OK. Now I'm going to shut the previous one off so I know I'm locking the right one down. So we can continue. We've got a dimension from here to here. And then we've got a dimension again from try it again. Pick our circle, back over to here. Now we've got that one locked down. So we got to do this 2 more times. So we'll come get another offset plane. Pick where we want it. This one's going to be 5.5. Tell it OK. Then we're going to create us a new sketch on our offset plane. We need a circle. It's going to be 4 inches. Tell it OK, enter, and come back to this one, and this one's going to be circle. Seven. I typoed on this one, so real quickly I'm just gonna go back and change it to circle 6 like it should be, and I'll shut that one off. And I guess it ate my circle. So that's another reason to get things locked down properly. So we're going to create our circle. Hopefully I put this one in the right place. 4 inches. That looks right. Tell it enter. Gotta turn my circle 6. What? Okay. It seems to have ate my drawing, so let's try it again. We're on the right plane at least. I don't know what sketch this is at this point. I don't remember. I don't think I need a plane 8. Oops. Cancel. So yeah, we should be one ahead. I don't know how my circles got unlocked, but go ahead and lock them back down real quick. So this one's 6 again. Gotta open the drawing back up. Nope, it's dimensioned. So it's not showing our lock though. Fusion's being a little screwy. So let's go into this one. That's where we were when it malfunctioned, so let's continue. So 7, we'll dimension from, there we go, 2 inches, enter, do it again. There, get the right one. Tell it enter. That one's locked, so we can save it. And then we need, so we got 3 circles, we need 4. Come back, get one more offset plane, put it on the XY again. We want it to be a 4-inch circle, just like the rest. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's see what I broke. So we do have the plane. It's not where I want it. I don't know how to change it, so I'm just going to delete it and make another one. So offset plane there. Let's see, 4.5, 5, 5.5. This one's going to be 6. Tell it okay. Now we've got that plane. Come over. We're going to put our sketch on it. We need a circle. Let's see, 1, 2. Put our circle where it belongs. Tell it 4 inches. Tell it okay. Dimension it so it locks down correctly. One more time. So that locked them down. I'm not sure why this one isn't locked down. I'll take another quick peek. Oh, it's got too many dimensions. So eliminate one of these. It's still not locked, even though it's locked. So we'll just get out of there for now. Sometimes when I don't want to play nice, there's nothing you can do about it. Other than shut it off and restart it, which I'm not going to do right now. So now we can come back through here and we can turn all of our sketches on so we can see all of our objects to see if we did this correctly. So let's spin this, and it's looking good. So we've got 4 squares at equal distances. We've got a gap, and then we've got 4 more circles. So we're ready to go on to the next step. So we're going to come over here and find our loft. There it is. So it's under create. And now we're going to follow. So I'm going to spin this back around the way I like it. So now we can just follow right on up. So for our profiles, we're going to select this one. Sometimes it's easier to do over here, so you got to make sure you select them in the correct order. It's not going to let me select it over there, so I'm going to select it here. Profile 2, Profile 3, Profile 4, Profile 5, Profile 6, Profile 7, and Profile 8. So we want a new body. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the correct order along the rails. So we have our geometry created, and I've gone and turned all of the sketches back on so we can see them. And now we're ready to start our loft. So we can come up to create, we can get our lofting tool, and you have to make sure that you select these things in exactly the right order, and you have to actually be able to see them to do that. So I'm going to tilt this just a wee bit. Now I can see each one individually. So going to select the first plane, then we're going to select the second plane and continue as we go. And if we select them in the correct order, our part should start taking shape, and new body is selected so we can tell it okay. And now we've got our part. But notice that it's a solid object. That's not very useful, so we'll see what we can do to fix that. So it looks great. Let's figure out how to fix it. So this time we're going to shell it. So we're going to come up here, we're going to select our shell tool. It wants to know our faces, so we're going to select our top circle and we're going to flip it around, and we're going to select our bottom, and it wants to know how wide would we like it. So most PVC parts are around 1/4 of an inch, so I think that's what I'll make this 0.25. So notice when I gave it a value, it took it a second, but it made it, so now